Can we get a Guru GOAT list video? Lucas Tracys list broke my brain. I get his takes, though. I haven't seen them, but I saw the picture on Twitter going around where people were like, this is so dumb. Dude, none of the names from like 10 years ago match up to the names today that these guys are beating as contenders. They just don't. They just simply don't. Like, today is like the first era of actual skill. And it's sad. It's sad, chat, but that is true. This era, we finally have skill in some of these divisions and depth. Like, I know people see it as boxing. Like, it's not the same as boxing in terms of 10 years ago being different from now. We actually have depth. The unranked guys are skilled. We're here. This is the modern era. You know what I mean? Some of the guys back in the day, I'm not saying it was just like a couple of skilled guys, and then the rest of them were just kind of there, tough guys. You know, they're just tough guys that were there. You know, it's not a horrible take. GSP would beat Masvidal. I agree, because Masvidal's not top level. You know what I mean? But GSP was a standout. So was Anderson Silva. So was John Jones. So was, you know, all of these other names that are like really good historically. But I'm just saying, you know, like I think Jonathan Martinez beats prime Dominic Cruz. I think Saeed Nurmagomedov would stand a really good chance. And these guys are like barely ranked / unranked. It's just there's a massive shift in skill level in the sport. The talent that would make you a champion now makes you maybe ranked. That's just true. That's just true. And it's not that crazy to say. Other divisions are different. Like heavyweight back when they could all source up was very different. Like I understand other divisions, but majority of them are. Well, that's my take now. I've said it and it's clipped. Thoughts on McGregor being bright red these days? Dude, McGregor's face is like full. Don't you guys agree? Like his skin just seems so taut on his face. You know what I mean? It's very strange. Like he's been like inflated. Like his face has literally been inflated. I don't know why he chooses that look, but it's the alcohol in it, man. It's a ripe old face, true. Like a sausage, lad, eh? He's been swapped with a clone, lad. That is weird, isn't it? How these celebrities start to look a little different once they get popping, Noah. He used to be as pale as a ghost. Now he's bright red. Cooked him. I mean, the sun kind of cooked him as well, though. You know what I mean? It's not good to be in the sun that much if you're a European. Just out there on his yacht all day around the Mediterranean, just frying his skin off. Did you watch the Conor and Schmo interview? No, I haven't seen that one. I watched the Yuri one, but I didn't see the Conor one. I'll be honest, I'm not really I'm not desperate to watch a McGregor interview these days, you know what I mean? It's not something that really like piques my interest, you know? Yo, Guru, what's up? You hear TJ Dillashaw say on Jackson that Garbrandt would be the biggest test for Merab. What? No. No, I don't. But I don't mind that take. I honestly don't mind that take. Garbrandt might actually be a tricky fight for Merab. I don't mind that take from TJ. You're going to shun that as a dumb thing because Garbrandt's low ranked. But honestly, I don't mind that take. It's not, he wouldn't win. I wouldn't pick him to win. But he's a fighter who is, for his ranking spot, and a disproportionate threat to Merab. Wicked takedown defense, you know, unless you've got solid jiu-jitsu to follow it up. Wicked takedown defense, good scrambles, and just very fast knockout ability. You have to be able to finish Merab early, right? And Garbrandt's at least got that opportunity. I think he took him down. I know, but he only kept him down with his back-taken routine, and Merab doesn't do that, you know? Merab would let him back up to try and take him down again, and that would lead to more scrambles. Thoughts on Dolidze Vettori? 2. I've got Dolidze. I may go Dolidze. Did you see that Marvin Vettori didn't know who he was fighting? He assumed it was Roman Kopylov, and he's only just found out that he's actually fighting Roman Dolidze, seeing as the posts have been going around. Pathetic. Great video, Guru. You're almost there now. Thank you very much for the 19 months of membership. Almost there now. What do you mean I'm almost there? What's the worst pay-per-view card you have watched in the past? Oh, there was one with like Shevchenko. There was one with like Cyborg versus Yana Kunitskaya as a main event at like 5 a.m. I'm not even joking you either. People think like current cards are bad. Chris Cyborg versus Yana Kunitskaya was literally a fucking main event. Yana Kunitskaya. UFC 222. Not a bad rest of the card, though, but O'Malley Sukumtat was a feature fight. Struve versus Arlovsky. Kat Zingano, Ketlin Vieira on the main card. The next best fight was Frankie Edgar, Brian Ortega. That was the best fight on the whole card. Look at a Figgy Perez main card. I know some of them were really bad, I know. Didn't he? Oh, and then he saved it after the Perez fight, didn't he? He fought at like UFC 256 and 255. People forget, man. Figueiredo was such a G as a champion, man. Nobody does that shit. People glaze Pereira now so much for fighting on like a 3-month turnaround, stepping up on short notice. Figueiredo fought in like back-to-back a fortnight. Within the space of a fortnight, he fought twice at 125, defending his belt. Oh, well. Anyway, it was Figueiredo, Perez, Shevchenko, Maia, Mike Perry, Tim Means as the feature fight. Oof. Shogun, Paul Craig. Yeah, it's just all bad, isn't it? Chukagian, Calvillo. Yuck. Figgy Glaze has always been unwarranted. Figgy Glaze? What do you mean Figgy Glaze unwarranted? Figgy is the most warranted glaze there is. What do you mean Figgy Glaze unwarranted? You fucking don't ever speak again in my chat. The fuck? Figgy Glaze has been unwarranted. Fuck you. Must be satire. Remember 233? I know. Didn't even happen. UFC 233 may not have even happened. There was a card that never happened. Which one was it, chat? Oh, no, that was 233. Yeah, it never happened. Yeah. It had a main event of James Vick versus Paul Felder. People forget, man. These new fans really forget how bad certain cards were. The card was scheduled as main event James Vick, Paul Felder, co-main event Joanne Calderwood versus Ariane Lipski. No, it was Cejudo versus Dillashaw, but they had to move it because the original 233 date was ruined. Right, the whole card got cancelled because that was what we were left with. We were actually looking at that card, going, "Oh my god, there's no way they can let that run," and then they cancelled the whole event for it. But they did have Makhachev versus Francisco Trinaldo, the one that got away. People forget, man. Trinaldo would have swept him. Trinaldo was a marauder. He would have destroyed him. The MMA holes, good for him, dude. He's in the scene. GFL draft. Nice stuff. Good for him. Where is the GFL draft? I don't see it. Oh, there we go. Tyron Woodley's the first draft or some shit. Tyron Woodley on the GFL. Wiz Khalifa and Tupac in the background. We get it, dude. You're into rap. What is going on here? Holly Holm. Oh my god, they've got them all in like Power Ranger costumes. What the fuck is going on? They've got AI Holly Holm in a Power Ranger costume and Shogun in that. Nah. Henan Barao is in them. What is this, man? Tony Ferg. I mean, it is just Gramps Fight League, basically, right? Chad Mendes. Watch Chad Mendes sleep Ferguson in a debut. Woodley looks like he's got AIDS in the fucking thing. JDS, Forehead McGee, Paige Van Zandt. Anyway, Boomers found out how to use AI. I know, it's fucking disgusting, isn't it? Oh, well. Aspinall saying, let's go for that. At least Dylan Dennis will fight. That's good, at least. Maybe we could get him versus Tony Ferguson. That'd be cool. Twist up Ferguson's legs and snap him off. What motivates you, Guru? Re-upload your Boogie Wings breakdown for members. I have it saved, I think. Yeah, I have it saved, I think. Now, motivate me, but I don't know what to say about what motivates me, but it is a part of it nowadays. Instead of being all hateful and annoyed, it sort of just drives me to be like, no, I've got to fucking... It's self-love, you know? But I get it. I've got to do something, you know? I've got to keep going. What motivates me is that the money's there to be made. You know? And I know how I would feel about it if I was a kid again. You have to put yourself back in that mindset again. Because nobody gets the opportunity to make good money. So if you do get the opportunity to make good money, you best make the most of it you possibly can. That's my mindset, you know? Because there have been times where I'm thinking I could retire, I could stop and like be okay. You know, I could be okay if I stopped now, I think. But I'm not gonna. You know what I mean? The money's there to be made. I am gonna make it. I'm not gonna let some other motherfucker take advantage of a market I've paved a way in. And you know, if there's money to be made, I'll make the money. You know, rather than because there's money going to go around. Same thing with a sponsor thing. Why'd you take a sponsor? Well, someone's going to get offered sponsor money. They have a sponsor budget in their business. You know, they're going to pay someone to do it. So I'll have it be me. Thoughts on Charles and Max's back and forth? I don't like it. You know, you should be on a 2-fight win streak to fight for a belt, which means you shouldn't put 2 people in the title elimination bout unless they're both coming off wins. Basic logic that we are losing in this sport to funnel free legacy into championship fighters. It's bullshit. Just so we are, if Holloway gets it, just get another fucking great name on his legacy for Makhachev. Same thing, a Volkanovski rematch for Topuria. It's just bullshit, like fucking log jamming title fights with just the biggest names they can instead of like actual variant deserving contenders. Pisses me off. Holland should fight the GM3 again. Do you think the fights on 312 will be fun, even though the names are us? Yeah, I think so. I think it'd be a fun one. Yeah, they all look like fun fights. And yes or no, chat, pound for pound, along with Brazilians, I think Australians might be one of the most entertaining fighters in the world. Australians and Brazilians, I think, are probably the most entertaining nations that make the most entertaining fighters. Yeah, we get it, John Smith. Calm down. Fucking hell. There's always one in there. Australia always gets the shittiest fights. It does, but the fighters are very fun. So it will probably be a better card than some other regular US card. You know what I'm saying? I insult MMA Central to bring back the intro, please. You want me to fucking terminate your channel, do you?